We are having a baby.
And I look at the nurse and I'm like, is the baby okay? But when we were in France, I remember being at dinner and you looked at me and you said, Caleb, I think I'm ready to have a baby.
All the fear was gone and I was just like, I think I'm ready.
I thought you had COVID. I was like, that's a positive test. Oh no.
And it had these little teddy bears.
We're not having twins.
We're not having twins.
But we're having either a boy or a girl.
It feels like our children just sitting here.
Just holding them. A lot of people have asked, are you going to turn into a mommy blogger?
Comment if you think it's a girl or a boy. We are having a baby.
A little baby. Are you kidding me?
We're having a baby.
Let's go.
Oh man, this is just a little pee-wee baby. This was our first sonogram.
This is, what week was this?
9, I think.
This was 9 weeks. Wow.
Y'all, we're stinking having a baby. We cannot believe we're saying this in a podcast.
We are going to be freaking mom and dad. I'm going to be a freaking dad.
It hasn't registered yet.
I'm going to be holding a little baby here.
That's crazy.
In the coming months. It's literally the most psychotic thing.
Psychotic.
It is like, it's
a miracle.
It is such a miracle. And God, just blessing us with this child, it's so surreal. There's so much backstory we're gonna get into, all the details, but man, It feels so good to finally share this.
Yeah.
I'll let you kind of share. Like, I feel like because we teased it for a while, but we were never actually pregnant when we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, first of all, I'm Jeanine. This is my husband, Caleb. If you don't know who we are, we post every Tuesday. We announced on Sunday on my Instagram. So maybe you're here to get the deets, or maybe this is your first time. We're pregnant. And it's a crazy feeling knowing that we are about to have a little baby.
We know the gender.
We do know the gender. We won't be sharing that yet. And we're going to try our very hardest to not accidentally say it.
And if you're listening, you're not watching. I'm wearing kind of a blue
collared shirt.
And Jeanine is wearing a pink.
Which you guys, in our announcement photos, this is actually one of the shirts Caleb wore in our photos. And I'm sure people are going to try to assume the gender based off of his sweater. Don't do that.
Maybe I am.
Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's not.
Maybe we're having a girl because you're wearing pink.
That's the point.
Y'all comment down below what you think we're having. And here's what we'll do. If you get the gender right, we're going to choose one person who has, we'll just say, whoever guesses the gender right, we're going to choose one person. We're going to do some type of giveaway. Maybe we'll send some merch or a book or something. So comment the gender. And we will choose someone randomly when we announce what the gender is.
Yeah.
And we'll send you a DM.
Yeah. So good luck. But where do we begin, babe?
Oh my gosh. We got to go back to June or July.
Yeah.
Because there was so much like lead up. I think we need to start in France.
Yes. Well,
at dinner.
I remember now what I was going to say. So yeah, we kind of teased. We didn't even tease baby stuff. We more talked about it because a lot of our friends were having babies and we get asked all the time, especially since we were coming up on our 1-year anniversary. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, which was so fun. We just came back from Maine literally this morning. And so since our 1 year was coming up, a lot of people have been asking, people have been DMing me all the time. I feel like you're pregnant. I'm like, how do you know? For the people that guess, I'm like, good on you. I don't know how you guys knew that.
People said you had the pregnancy glow.
That's so crazy. I don't even know how to tell that. I'm like, maybe it's my highlighter. Who knows? Maybe it's Maybelline. But first of all, we just want to say every single time we talked about it in the podcast, we always said, hey, we don't know when we're going to have this baby. We're not, in a rush. We're not going to do this based off of anybody. This will be our timeline. But ultimately, our main thing was, we prayed, Lord, help us get pregnant because we didn't know. We had no idea.
Oh, we have family members that have struggled with infertility. I have family members that have. Yep. And so you don't know how long it's going to take.
No.
And for us, can we share this?
What?
It was the first try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got very, very, very blessed.
It sounds so weird to
say that. Yeah, I know. It sounds like, we don't want to get too TMI over here. But yeah, we just were praying the whole time that it was just a healthy baby, that we could even get pregnant. Not that I was ever worried, but then again, like, you don't know. Like, when I told one of my friends that I was pregnant, she told me she was trying for a year and she couldn't get pregnant. We have a friend that recently had 2 miscarriages.
Yeah.
I have family members that have had 2 miscarriages back to back. And so you just never know. And so we're genuinely just praising God
Yeah.
and praying that
Man,
God protects this baby the whole time.
nothing, and if you guys are, some of you are mothers here or soon to be, nothing can prepare you for those first couple appointments.
Right.
Because when you're doing that ultrasound, you don't know. Like our most recent one, I couldn't hear the baby's heartbeat, but the volume wasn't on the
Yeah.
TV. And I look at the nurse and I'm like, is the baby okay?
Yeah, we start looking at each other
And
like,
it's so scary. It is like the scariest thing. Even right now, like anytime you have something on your stomach, I'm like, is that gonna hurt the baby? Is that gonna hurt the baby?
yeah, it's interesting. You get very attached very early on. Like when
Oh my
you
God.
see that heartbeat, you're like,
And you find out the
oh
gender.
my gosh, especially when you find out the gender, you feel like, oh my gosh, like you have a name now. We have a name. Like we know, Lord willing, like that we're going to see this baby one day. And it's so crazy. And it's just like, craziest thing for me to come on this podcast. I have been on social media for 12 years. You guys have watched me go from high school to college to moving to LA to getting married to now becoming a mom. And
They watch
it's
you
crazy.
they watch you play, now they watching you get pregnant.
It's so, I just want
How
to
do
say,
you
it's just so crazy feeling. So
how do you feel?
I'm super excited. You go through waves of nervousness and then being like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing this. This is real, like no going back now. And then also like, oh my gosh, I can't believe
Yeah.
I get the honor to do this.
Our lives are about to change.
Yeah, I know.
Big time.
Yeah. So in this episode, we're just gonna be telling you guys the story, how we found out,
All the tea.
all the background stuff, because I know everybody wants to know after we announced. And we also will be posting on YouTube the journey, like the behind the scenes of telling our friends and family. So go watch our YouTube where we're gonna have more stuff there. And then I will be doing my own personal Q&A, kind of just chat with you guys next week about where you can ask me more direct questions. And I'll share more of my thoughts on pregnancy, symptoms, fears, excitement, all those things. Comment questions down below for next week. But today we're just going to give the background story.
All the juice.
Let's get into it. Okay, babe, rewind us back to like what, May, June, July?
Yeah, I think in May, right around mid-May, kind of early June, I started to get really just like I don't want to say baby fever, but I definitely was looking at you more often with the eye. And I was like, Jay, like why not? Like, why do we? Because I think in the beginning we were like, oh, let's be married a year and a half to 2 years.
Let's travel more.
I think a year and a half to 2 years was our original thought process.
We said minimum a year, and then we were like, let's maybe do a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we started thinking about it. Your biggest thing, and it sounds so stupid. Well, maybe it doesn't sound stupid. I don't think it sounds stupid, but some people might. Your biggest thing always was, I do not want to be pregnant during the summer.
Yeah.
You always said that.
Yeah, I did.
And so I was like, babe, we could try now and we will have the baby right before summer.
Right.
And you weren't, I think around May or June, you were still just like, I think we still need to be married longer, or at least maybe travel more.
I needed to feel more ready at that point.
Yeah. And I kind of just left it. I was like, honestly, my biggest thing growing up is I've always wanted to be a dad. Even I remember being 17, 18 years old, just like hanging out with the boys. And like, I was like, I want to be a young dad. That's always been my dream, honestly.
It's so cute.
And so really like right when we got married, I was like, babe, like I would have a baby whenever. Like, I don't care. I don't think there needs to be this, you have to be married for this amount of time and you're never going to get your life back. Totally. I view it so differently than a lot of people. And so I kind of put it to rest. And then we went to France. And I think that's when your mind started kind of changing.
Yeah. Yeah. So my backstory, and again, I'll talk more in depth about this in the next episode, because I feel like a lot of girls can relate to this. So much fear around being a mom. And I've noticed in my life, there's a pattern about fear, or a pattern with fear. Fear of this, fear of that, fear of that. I have a lot of like fear in my life. And I think that comes from family members and patterns I've seen. And I just was like, I'm not ready. And I literally just told the Lord, God, if you want me to have a baby, I'm ready to have a baby. And let me just say this. This was even before any of our friends were pregnant. This was July. We didn't even know.
We didn't know Maddie.
We didn't know Maddie was pregnant.
Right.
We didn't know Riley, Penny. Let me tell you guys, I have 16 pregnant friends right now, all due from June to May. 16.
How do you even have that many friends to begin with?
Some are like not like besties. Like my 3 best friends are pregnant, which is the most fun thing ever. Yeah, but 16 like good friends.
Your sister's pregnant.
My sister's pregnant. My sister-in-law's pregnant.
My brother-in-law has become one of my best friends. And our babies are going to be 1 month apart.
6 weeks apart.
1 month apart. Yeah.
It's the most fun thing. My sister that lives in Alaska, she told me she was pregnant when we were in Italy. And then we found out we were pregnant in Italy.
But when we were in France, I remember being at dinner and you looked at me and you said, Caleb, I think I'm ready to have a baby. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bet, let's go back to the hotel immediately. I was like, let's go.
But we didn't start trying then.
No, you kind of changed your mind.
Yeah.
We got back home and you were like, actually, let's put a fork in that and we'll come back.
Well, the reason why too. So I forgot to finish my backstory. In July, I remember this was the time when we were really trying to decide, okay, like, should we wait the full year? Should we not? I wanted to wait a little bit longer, but my heart was changing and softening. And when we were in France, that was our first like big international trip together. We did our honeymoon. We just stayed at a resort. This one was like traveling around and like it was us two. And I was like, okay, we got this out of our system. That was so fun. And I knew we had another trip coming up, a big trip coming up in 2 months with my sister and brother-in-law. So I was like, I don't want to be pregnant there. What if I'm sick? What if I'm like super nauseous? I was like, so let's just push it back a little bit. But on that France trip, something changed. I remember just praying over and over and over, like, God, if you want me to have a baby, change my heart. And literally, I swear, like within a couple days, something just softened and all the fear was gone. And I was just like, I think I'm ready.
I remember us walking to the beach and I think we saw another couple with a baby and they both were holding their baby's hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jay, this trip is fun with you and I, but imagine having our child with us. Like, how crazy is that going to be? And so, yeah, I think we got back home from France. A few weeks went by and you went to a baby shower.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
And you came back.
I started like literally crying and this is how I knew the Lord changed my heart. I went to a baby shower. I went shopping for the baby shower. I was shopping for clothes for my friend Ellie. And as I was shopping for her baby, I started literally like tearing up looking at baby clothes. And I was like, what has happened? And that's when I knew.
It was a perfect storm because you came back from the baby shower. I had literally just cleaned the entire house. I cleaned the kitchen. The whole house was spotless. I cleaned the backyard. When you came home, you were just like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And a month later, so we go to Europe with Vanya and Anthony, your sister and brother-in-law. And we get there that day. Vanya's like, guys, we're pregnant.
Yeah.
And we were like, no way.
So exciting. Because this is my sister above me. And we had always kind of talked about having babies together. I didn't actually think it would happen because I'm 2 years younger than her. She's been married longer than me. We were like, oh, that's probably never going to happen. But it did.
Yeah. Well, after Vanya and Anthony told us they were pregnant, they were like, are y'all pregnant? And we were like, no. Like, we literally.
Yeah, we didn't know.
But we brought some pregnancy tests with us. So 3 days into the trip, we are shopping for Vanya and Anthony, our sister-in-law, brother-in-law.
Yep.
And I guess your sister. And we're also shopping for Maddie and Grant. And
because we had found out Maddie was pregnant
just a
month ago or a few weeks ago.
A month before this moment. And so
yeah,
we bought all these gifts. We spent a pretty good amount of money on these clothes and everything. And I looked to you because I was getting crazy baby fever. And you were also feeling a little nauseous. And I was like, babe, let's go see if you're pregnant.
Yeah, we didn't know. And we were looking through the baby clothes. And again, I was looking through the clothes and I was like, I want one of these for our baby. But we didn't know we were pregnant yet.
And you were super nervous and you were like, I don't know. I don't want to know. And I was like, no. I was like, I need to know if you're pregnant. And I don't know what happened. We had all the gifts with us. We got distracted. We took a photo. And on our way back to the apartment, we left all the gifts on the side of the street.
It's a dang shame.
several $100s down the pipe.
They were
Gone.
cute little baby
And
things, forever gone.
we got clothes and mitts and
Little
beanies. This wasn't for us because we didn't know we were pregnant.
Right.
And so we didn't actually find that out until we got back home.
Yeah, we got back home and I was like,
where are the
I
gifts?
literally was like, where's that bag?
Yeah.
And I was so mad.
So you and I rent scooters. We go back to the apartment and
my sister is gone at this point. Her and her husband were shopping also in Florence. And we were like, while they're gone, let's go quickly do it. I brought pregnancy tests just to be safe. And I genuinely did not think I was actually going to be pregnant. I was like, no, like there's no way. I don't believe it.
I didn't either.
I really didn't.
And we were kind of testing a little early too. It was like only 10 or 11 days.
Yeah, it was like maybe 12 days or something. And so we were like, there's no way. I'm over here Googling and I was like, can you find out you're pregnant like 12 days in? They were like, not the most accurate, but you could. So we take the test.
Well, you're also, when you take your test super late at night, your pee is diluted.
Yeah.
And so it's actually the worst time to take a pregnancy test.
Yeah, I think it's like your LH levels aren't as accurate. And so it's not recommended you take it at night. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. As Thanksgiving approaches, it's time to reflect on the people and the things that we're grateful for. Friends, family, and those who support us along the way. But while we're busy giving thanks to others, let's not forget to show some gratitude to ourselves. Life is full of challenges, and it's easy to overlook all the hard work we've put into navigating it. This Thanksgiving, take a moment to appreciate all that you do and how far you've come. Self-care isn't just luxury, it's necessary. Therapy can help you on this journey. It's not for, those who have major struggles. Therapy helps everyone build resilience, learn major coping skills, and grow into a stronger, more balanced person. If you're thinking about starting therapy, BetterHelp makes it easy. With online therapy, you can connect with a licensed therapist from the comfort of your home on your schedule. Just fill out a quick questionnaire to be matched with someone who suits your needs. And if you ever want to change therapists, you can do that at no extra cost. This Thanksgiving, take a moment to be thankful for yourself and consider BetterHelp to support your journey. Visit BetterHelp.com/happyhealthy to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/happyhealthy. So
I literally, no part of me thought you were pregnant.
I did not believe it. Like, you guys will see the video on our Instagram when we post that. Most shocking, like, you will see my face. I'm like, is that real?
Is that
real?
I thought you had COVID. I was like, that's a positive test. Oh no, she got COVID.
But literally in the video, you hear Kayla be like, what does that mean? And I'm like, is that real? And it's funny because when we got engaged, I said the same thing. I was like, is this for real? Is this for real? I guess I just never believed good things could happen.
I was like, the 2 lines. I was like, what do the 2 lines mean? Is that good?
Yeah.
I think that's what I said. Is that good?
Yeah, right. He didn't understand. And so then we were like, we have to take another one. So we took another one. 2 came back positive. We were like,
good thing you drank a lot of water that day.
My gosh.
You were hydrated.
I was a hydrated queen.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an Italian little baby. No, I'm kidding.
So
we only found out we were pregnant in Italy, but
it says positive. We're freaking out. Because we did not expect for it to work that quickly.
No.
Like, we did not expect. We thought maybe it's a few months. And now Vanya and Anthony are walking back into the apartment like 20 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we have to tell them.
Yeah, we could not contain the secret. So we had to tell them.
Tell them what we did.
So yeah, we were doing dinner at home and they were picking up pizza. We were in charge of setting the table. So we're scrambling. They're on their way back. We're like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh my gosh, we're trying to figure it. We're panicking. We stick the pregnancy test underneath the placemats. And so we are so nervous. I'm sweating. I set my vlog camera up secretly. I'm like praying they don't see it. We stick them underneath the mat. They sit down. They put, my brother-in-law, Anthony, puts his cup of water directly on the pregnancy test.
It's the most guy thing ever. So,
and the cup is like tilted.
I'll paint the picture again. Placemats at dinner. We're sitting across from Vanya and Anthony. We put the pregnancy test under the placemats. Anthony sits down, places his glass water on the pregnancy test. So the water is like kind of like
a little slanted.
It's like slanted. And it's the most guy thing ever. He looked at it and I could see him and he just kind of was like, that's weird. It didn't do anything. He just left it.
I thought for sure Vonnie was going to be like, why is there a bump here? Like, I
Yeah.
thought she was going to like touch it and be like, what the heck is going on? And they
And-
both didn't notice.
And we literally had just told them the day before, like, we weren't pregnant.
They were all eating pizza. Caleb and I are sweating. They're just having casual conversation. We're like, oh my gosh, notice. So finally, Caleb was like, what's that underneath your placemat? And Vanya instantly, and we'll post the video. Her whole face is like, we knew it, because they kept asking us, "Are you guys pregnant?" We were like, "No," because we genuinely didn't know. It was the best moment, and they were so excited
Anthony
for us.
screamed. He jumped up in the air, and I think he teared up a little bit. And yeah, it was.
And Vanya was like, "We're gonna have babies together."
And it made the trip so much more fun because the whole trip, we were like
talking about it. And yeah. Vanya and I went and bought like little baby outfits together in Italy. And it was just so surreal being like, I'm buying baby clothes. Like, so crazy. It was a really strange feeling, but it was so cool. So that's where we're at now. We are due in May and we're super excited. And obviously, we know the gender. We'll eventually tell you guys. But man, this is just like a crazy journey that we're about to enter into of being parents. And to be honest, like, I don't know how it's going to go. We have honestly a ton of changes coming up, some things that we can't talk about quite yet, but like, there's a lot of change coming up. And so we're just like really going to have to cling to each other in this next season. And then also just cling to the Lord because it is a really big life change.
Yeah.
It's a baby.
We got a lot of learning to do, but I feel like it's really sat in with knowing the gender. We kind of know, okay, this is what we're gonna get. We know the name, which the name is so sick.
We love the name. We've loved this name for a while.
We knew we were gonna name our baby. We're laughing right now. Hey, we're laughing right now because I accidentally just said the gender of the baby,
and we had to cut it out.
And we cut it out, so that's why we're laughing. But since we found out the gender of the baby, it's just made everything so much more real. I've really just gotten so much more excited.
Yeah.
It's just May's a long ways away.
Okay, so when we were thinking about announcing, of course, you guys have seen a lot of pregnancy announcements, and we were like, what can we do to make ours a little bit different?
We wanted different.
Caleb had the original idea of going to like a library and going to like the
kids section,
children's section. And I was like, okay, I don't think it's very aesthetic. So after church one day, we drove down to Pottery Barn and we walked in and we were like, this is perfect. It had baby cribs, strollers, and it had these little teddy bears.
Guys, we're not having twins.
We're not having twins.
But we're having either a boy or a girl. And our announcement kind of pregnancy photos were centered around this teddy bear.
Yeah.
Acting as if either our daughter or our son.
It was so
funny. Guys, if you don't follow Jeanine on Instagram, go to Instagram and look at the photos. They're hilarious, but they were also kind of like so sentimental and so cute. Like, I literally brought the teddy bear with us to Maine.
Caleb started getting attached because he felt like this was like the representation of our child in the flesh.
Look how cute our girl looks and our son.
It's cute. So we ended up getting two because you guys will see, but this is basically how we find out what the gender is with these two teddy bears. So these are in our pictures, and I just think this teddy bear is so cute. And then we're gonna give it to our baby one day. So these teddy bears will be here for the ride, and so will you guys.
What should we name our teddy bears?
What do you guys think? What should we name our teddy bears?
I don't know. Well, we already know what one of them is going to be named.
But the teddy bears has to be a different name than our actual child.
That's true. But guys, if you're listening, this will make more sense. We're holding teddy bears right now with ones with a blue and ones with a pink sweater on.
Yep.
And so, how we find out the gender is we pick the right teddy bear, and whatever, gender or the clothes that the teddy bear is wearing will be our gender. You guys will see that.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that whenever we announce. We'll do another podcast kind of just explaining our feelings when we do that. But it's just so fun. Caleb is he's loving these teddy bears. Their heads are just going to poke up. There he is. So come May, I'm due, which is so fun. I'm due with my 4 other friends at the same month and my sister-in-law. So I'm going to be having, our baby will have 2 cousins within like a couple days and 6 weeks of when they're born. Buzz. this is
It's so fun. Guys, you have to watch the pod. Or you just,
it feels like our children just
Yeah.
sitting here.
just holding them. You hold-
So, but our lives are about to change, and to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. And I think that's something that actually really scares me is I've talked about this before, but just like the mom shame and the mom comments of criticizing people and how they parent and what they do. And, this will be my first time ever doing this. And yes, I've nannied and I've babysat and I have nieces and nephews, but like I've never fed a baby every 3 hours. And we've never done this before.
You
And
never
so
had to figure out how to wake up and
yeah.
do all the 3 a.m.
Look at
We're
you.
going to be having a crying baby soon.
Yeah.
And these teddy bears are keeping, my hands full.
Yeah, I feel like we're having twins.
I know.
But yeah, I think that'll just be a really new thing of learning is
A lot of people have asked,
Mom.
sorry, I cut you off. A lot of people have asked, are you going to turn into a mommy blogger? Like, are you going to be like, I don't know. I don't see
I don't see me as that. The way I think I'm going to do it is there's a girl, I think the best example I can have of this is like Bree Shepherd. If you follow Bree Shepherd, I love the way she does it. She still posts her house, her life, her outfits, her travel. It's like still mainly kind of what she normally posts, but her kids are like in her content, but not all of her content is about her kids. I think that's more the route I want to go.
I think it's like a double-edged sword because if you don't show your baby, there almost creates, I think, a more of a curiosity of what your baby looks like. And so you get these creepers out there just trying to figure out what your baby looks like.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I understand it though. I think whatever like your convictions are. Now, I don't think that I don't want to use our future child as like we're like making content off of their personality.
Right.
So like their faces will be shown and like, yeah, we're going to show funny videos and whatnot, but I don't want my kid to be like a content creator based on their humor or who they are like, I don't want people to know that our daughter, our future son is, their personality. I don't want them knowing every little thing about them.
Yeah, our kid deserves privacy and they get to decide what they want to share down the road or not. And so we're going to be figuring that out because again, this is our first time. And so even in the next episode, I'll share more about even just how it's felt so far carrying a baby.
She took away my teddy bear.
I was like, I feel like it looks just funny. Yeah, just the whole process of like knowing you're carrying life and the responsibility and how I can't drink coffee as much anymore. Like that's so weird. And like I just have to alter my eating patterns and body dysmorphia. We'll talk all about that in the next episode. But this has definitely been a journey and we're just so thankful that God entrusts us to be parents. And I know that, people could probably assume like, oh, you just got pregnant because all your friends are pregnant. And that's really not true. It's genuinely so exciting that we get to do this with our friends.
But also
so exciting.
Even if that were true, who cares?
Yeah, but part of the reason too.
Well, it's such a big thing that our future child gets to be in the same grade as all of our close friends and family. That's so awesome.
No, it's so fun because we get to do this with our best friends. Like that is such a joy. And honestly, a lot of my friends and I, like before we ever were pregnant, even when we were like dating, we were always like, we better time together when we get pregnant. Like it's a joke that friends do together. And I feel like we got our dream and I'm so thankful because a lot of my friends were all pregnant at the same time and a lot of them are first time moms. So we're all learning this together. And I'm just like really, really thankful for this season. And another thing that, did make me kind of change my mind a little bit is by the time this baby is born, I'll already be 31. Not that that's super old by any means. I don't think that's old, but I didn't want to be a super old mom because my mom had me when she was 41. And I just didn't want to do that. I'm not saying I would wait till I'm 41, but I personally just was like, I want to be a young mom. I want to be able to run around with our kids. I want to be able to, be not too old when our kids are in high school. And so we kind of just backtracked and we were like, we feel like we're ready. This is time.
Yeah.
With holiday season approaching fast, it is the perfect time to refresh your kitchen. And I found just the brand to help you do that. As Thanksgiving nears, you're probably thinking about all the delicious meals you'll be preparing. But did you know that some cookware and kitchen appliances can contain harmful forever chemicals? And that is why I made the switch to Our Place. This incredible female founded brand creates beautiful, high quality cookware that's not only stylish, but also free from PFAS and other harmful toxins. Their ceramic coatings are completely safe, so you can feel good about cooking for your family and friends this season. I am obsessed with how their kitchen cookware looks on my counter. It's like kitchen art. I have the gold and white set, and it is so beautiful. Their multifunctional pieces have replaced my old cluttered sets, making cooking more enjoyable and less stressful. So, whether you're roasting, simmering, or frying, our place makes it easy to prepare your favorite holiday dishes without worrying about chemicals. From their signature cookware to the amazing Wonder Oven and air fryer, toaster oven, and more, all designed with health in mind, our place is revolutionizing the way we cook. With over 75,000 glowing 5-star reviews, and features in top publications like Bon Appetit and the New York Times, it's clear this brand is a kitchen essential. So, are you ready to upgrade your kitchen in time for the holidays? Head to FromOurPlace.com and use my code HEALTHY for 10% off site wide. Plus, they offer a 100-day trial with free shipping and returns so you can try it out risk-free. This Thanksgiving, let's make it a healthy and delicious celebration. Visit FromOurPlace.com and use code HEALTHY at checkout. Your kitchen and your health will thank you.
Yeah, I can't explain how excited I am. It's going to change things in a big way, but we're so ready for this. And like you said in the beginning of the podcast, there's a lot of people out there who can't have children.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who struggle with infertility and miscarriages and different things. And I just believe children are such a blessing from God. I think that's something our culture's gotten so wrong. And if you look at birth rates in the last 10 years of how far they've plummeted, it's really sad. I think our generation, our culture preaches this, live your best life, go travel, go live in all these places before you have children. I understand there's nuances, and I'm not saying you have to have 20 kids, but I'm saying that demonizing people who want to have a lot of kids or young couples who want to have kids, we're gonna like, it's funny because when you're 25, people say, "Oh, you're so young. 25, you have the rest of your life. You're so young." And then you turn 30, 35. People kind of stop saying that. They go, "Oh, your time's running out."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Wait, what do you mean?
It
Five,
flips.
5 years ago, you were saying I had all the time in the world. Now my time's running out." And so you really, that window isn't as big as you would think it is. And if you can have kids and you have the means, and even if you don't have the means, but like if you have a loving marriage and everything, I'm just like, go have kids. And if you
Yeah.
can, I think it's awesome.
And again, what we really want to emphasize here is like everyone's timeline is different. Some people, like my sister, she waited 4 years, but she got married way younger than me. And so she wanted to wait 4 or 5 years. And everyone's timeline is so different. We had people be like, "Whoa, that was really fast." And we were like, "But we felt ready." Like we were 10 months married. And when we started trying and we knew like, okay, yeah, by the time we had this baby, we'll already be married a year and a half and we feel ready. But we don't even have to like explain or justify. It's more just everyone's timeline is perfect for themselves.
It's funny telling people you're pregnant, and I'm sure other people can relate to this. Like the mixed reactions you get.
Yeah.
Some people
so
are
weird.
so excited for you, and other people are like, "Oh, cool." That,
We've gotten some very strange reactions.
but mostly amazing.
I would say everyone, but like maybe 3 people,
Yeah.
which is sad that I even have to say 3 people.
Yeah. It's such an awkward position.
No one that you guys know.
Yeah. It's such an awkward position for the people telling you, because you're like, say something or say something nice, like maybe fake
Yeah,
it.
you're like waiting for them.
Or they say, "Were y'all trying?"
No, we've gotten, "Why? Why didn't y'all want to wait longer?" And you're like, whoa.
I didn't realize this was your business.
Yeah, you're
You
like,
know?
whoa, that's a crazy thing to say to somebody instead of just being like, "So excited
Ex-
for you. Oh my gosh."
Especially when you can't reverse it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this isn't something you could just be like, "Oh, you know what? Never mind. Let me just refund this." Like, no, this is a growing baby that we're so excited
This is
for.
no refunds over here.
This is a permanent decision.
This is literally, I was thinking about that the other day, just like, what are you most afraid of? What are your fears?
I mean, I just think I think the number one thing I'm really trying to figure out is just how to like balance it. Like I don't know what it's gonna be like to try to help you in your journey, what you're doing, because you just graduated college and have some other future endeavors, which so proud of you.
We never. I think we kind of talked about that in the podcast, but guys, I'm officially done with my undergraduate, which is
Yes,
crazy.
we talked about it on Instagram. He's officially graduated from University of Maine. And so I'm super proud of him, and he has some future things he's working on and trying to figure out balancing that
Yeah.
and work, friendships, family. Like, I just don't know how moms do it. And I'm just super curious what that's going to be like. Some moms are like, no, this is not bad at all. And then some moms are like, I'm drowning.
You also,
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be.
You've also probably since 2018 have been traveling at least once a month,
Yeah.
maybe twice a month.
Since 2017 is when my whole like travel social media thing picked up. And so I've lived my life.
That's going to kind of come to a halt.
Yeah.
How is that going to
Yeah. Huge transition.
It's going to be good for us though.
Life is really going to slow down, which I think will be really good. Being a routine, learning how to cook more for the baby and take care of us. And like, I don't know. I think I'll be entering into more of my housewife trad life era. And I remember saying that I was never going to be a trad wife in the last podcast. I didn't like actually mean that serious. Like, I'm saying I can't see myself living on like a farm, but I think it'll just be cool to see like how this baby changes me.
Yeah. Make your own butter. Yeah.
Churn it. How do you think this baby's going to change you?
It's a good question. I think it already has changed me in some ways, but I do think it's going to expand my capacity for love. And I think my dad was such a good dad growing up. And I just think I'm going to walk in that. I can't wait to just be a father, be someone my kids can lean on. I'm just so excited for that baby to come out of the womb and just have something to care for and something to
be responsible for.
Yeah. I just think it expands your fulfillment in life, and
it makes you grow up really fast too.
More excited for the holidays. It makes me more excited. Even my relationship with the Lord just like has expanded because I'm like, thank you, God. Like, women literally have a superpower. They can grow something in their stomach and create a human being. I mean, it's literally a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
We call it women, but if no one could ever give birth, like imagine if like no one gave birth and just babies got dropped off at your doorstep. And then one day one woman was like, I can grow that thing inside of me. We'd be like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, cause men can't do that. Like, all we can do is pee standing up. That's it. Make it pee standing up.
That's about it.
And that's our superpower. But women, they can grow human life. They can grow a boy and they can grow a girl.
It's so crazy to me.
Like, that is so nuts. Like, Shaquille, like the woman who birthed Shaquille O'Neal.
He must have been a big baby.
Well, he was, but my point is like, that's a superpower.
Yeah.
You birthed Elon Musk, or you birthed Leonardo DiCaprio, or just think about that.
You think our baby is going to be famous or something?
No, I'm just saying that like it's crazy that women can create human life in a being, and that person turns into
its own being,
and that person. I don't know. I feel like I'm like having like a existential thing going on.
I'm like, are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm just like realizing this. It's just nuts. God is crazy. Like, that shows me God's real.
No, when I think about pregnancy, like the more I'm learning about my body, I'm reading all these books, I'm learning what's happening in my body, what's happening to the baby. I'm just like, it is so intricately woven. God created this. And the Bible literally says, like, I knew you in your mother's womb before you were even formed. And knowing that like God knows this baby, God cares about our baby. God already has a plan for our baby. God knows what he's going to do already with our baby and our baby's life. And it's like so crazy that I get the privilege to carry life. And it's a big responsibility. I'm like, oh shoot, I can't eat pizza every day. I got to like give this baby some nutrients,
And I've tried to be a little better and being like, all right, I can eat pizza when I want, but in solidarity, with my wife, I'm eating a little better.
They do say when the woman gains weight in the pregnancy, statistically, the man gains some weight too.
Which is why I'm going to the gym after this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think that this podcast is something that we've been looking forward to do for a while, because I think we want to grow and evolve. And we're excited to be able to show this journey to to the podcast listeners, and we're kind of an open book in a way. That's kind of the way we do things. But gets heavier and this gets scarier knowing we're bringing a
Yeah.
life into this. And yeah, it just makes everything more serious. And
Yeah.
this world is scary in a lot of ways, and people attack you, people lie about you, people make things up, and just like bringing a baby into this world, even with social media, it is scary. And sometimes I'm like, this is definitely interesting, and
Mhm.
I don't know if there's a perfect way to do it, but we're gonna trust and know that God has a plan for us and for our child, and it's gonna be really great. I really feel good about it.
This Thanksgiving, transform your time in scripture with a Bible that's just as beautiful as your faith journey. Hosanna Revival's hand-designed Bibles are more than just books. They're meant to be works of art to inspire you and deepen your connection to God. At Hosanna Revival, their mission is simple and yet powerful: to excite people about engaging in scripture by creating beautiful and intentional tools. And here's one right now. It is so, so beautiful. The idea is that a stunning personalized Bible can inspire you to spend more time in the Word and grow closer to your Creator. But that is not all, you guys. They also offer gorgeous notebooks, planners, devotionals, and even a 5-year prayer journal that helps you stay focused and intentional in your quiet time. I actually do have one of these. I just don't have it with me right now, but I do have this beautiful Bible right here. You guys will see some close-ups of it. This thing is stunning, and I just love the cover. And man, this does make me want to pick it up. And not only that, it's beautiful on my coffee table as well. It's not just meant for the coffee table, but it looks gorgeous sitting on there. And I love reading this every single morning. So this season, let's cultivate gratitude and deepen our faith with tools that truly inspire. Head over to Hosanna Revival to see what I mean. And don't forget to use my code Jeanine15 to get 15% off your entire order. This would also make an amazing gift for someone this Christmas season. So check it out, you guys. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I'm a little nervous about is just all the opinions. And I mean, not even necessarily online, but like offline. Like I've just heard so many moms tell me, because again, a lot of pregnant friends or friends that have just had babies, how people give their unsolicited advice, or they touch their baby, they want to kiss your baby, they want to hold your baby, and you're like, oh wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's gonna happen.
So I have to learn how to like set boundaries and like be careful to take care of the baby. And especially with like family members, some people might feel like they have the access to tell your kid what to do or to boss your kid around. And it's like, how do you navigate that? Like, this is a whole other thing that we're entering into that I'm like, whoa. And we'll be learning along with you guys. So like, obviously be gentle on us, because this is our first time being parents. Like we're not, I'm going to try my best to study and listen to all the books and be around a ton of friends that I admire and how they parent, but we're figuring this out. And I'm not saying our content's going to completely change. The podcast isn't going to drastically change. It'll definitely just be more bringing them along the journey of this, but our podcast will still stay pretty much the same, right?
Yeah. And no matter what happens, if it's a boy or a girl, this child will be a professional golfer.
I don't know about
Because
that.
I needed an excuse to go golfing, and so I could just take our child with us. Go, hey, we're gonna go practice for a little while.
What if they want to be a little dancer?
That's great.
Okay.
We're gonna go golfing too. Well, you're gonna be the best mom. You have it. I've seen the way you treat your nieces and nephews, and you're gonna crush it. I have no doubt. You're already the best wife, and I'm just excited to do this with you. I think it's gonna bring us closer together, and
Yeah. It already has brought us closer.
for sure.
It's already made our relationship just more like fun. We're like, oh, we have something like so exciting to look forward to.
Yeah.
But I love you, and I'm excited to have your baby, and you're gonna be the best dad ever. And I can't wait to see you step into that.
I know. Do you think more people think it's a boy or girl for the most part?
I don't know. You guys comment what you think. I really don't know.
Remember, best comment. If you guess it right,
We'll do a little
I
something.
bet you this whole podcast they've been trying to like figure out by how we're saying things.
Trying to decode.
Yeah.
A lot of our friends have been doing that.
I know. I've been very careful in like how I've like even said, I think I've gone back and forth when I say boy or girl. Sometimes I say girl or boy or girl.
Yeah, we told his dad, and then he was like, well, based off what you said, I think it's a girl. And Caleb was like,
My dad-
no. So we actually already told my whole family, because
Just your side.
my side of the family
haven't told
because
mine.
they all live in different places. And so we were never going to be able to get them all together. So we did a Zoom call and I was actually so mad. Literally moments before we were about to tell the gender to my family, Caleb said what the gender was.
Yeah, I spoiled it.
He spoiled it. He was like, oh yeah, we're having a, and then I was like,
no, what I said was, okay, guys, after we tell you this, don't comment on our photos
that it's
saying it's a blank. And
I literally was like, oh my gosh. And my sister goes, oh, you're having a, and we were like, Caleb, like try to find a way to like get out of it. And I was like, oh my gosh, moments before. Yeah. It's okay. I forgive you.
So we're telling my family on Thanksgiving. So I was thinking we get a turkey and we put the gender smoke bomb inside the turkey. We press the button and it explodes.
I think this is wild.
I think it's the coolest idea.
Like, what button?
Not a button, but like, you know how like it explodes, you put the smoke thing or you like the popper things?
Guys, I'm not sure how I feel about this one.
Comment down below if y'all think.
But y'all will figure out on Thanksgiving what we do because we'll be telling your family.
I think that's so cool. Like a turkey, you stab the smoke thing into the turkey.
And then we're going to light it?
And then you light it and it will blow. That's so cool.
That's
who's done a gender reveal?
That's so different.
It's like a turkey in the oven. It's like a Thanksgiving thing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know what we decide to do.
Or I thought about, when someone is, they got a scholarship to a school and they're picking the university that they're going to play for.
Oh, yeah.
And they're sitting at the table and they have like the hats of the schools.
I saw this on TikTok yesterday.
Yeah, and they put the hat on of the school they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we could do like boy and girl. And based on that, we could like put the hat on of like the gender we're having.
Okay.
You like that?
I think that one's not as exciting.
So we should blow a turkey up.
I guess so.
Let's blow it. You think PETA will get mad?
I don't know.
If we blow a turkey up, you think PETA will comment on that?
Probably.
PETA, don't come for us.
Yeah, please. No turkeys were harmed in the making of this gender reveal.
They will be.
No, they've already were harmed. We didn't do the harming.
Dude,
someone already did it.
Thanksgiving is a rough day to be a turkey.
I know.
Think about that.
Things.
Like we're having a child and
it's just so good.
Bringing a child into life and, think about all the turkeys out there who have these children and it's just like such Thursdays are horrible. Imagine.
Yeah, you're making me cry over here.
If you're a turkey and you hear the word Thursday, you're like, oh crap, dude, I gotta go. It's like
you better book your flight to Bora Bora real quick.
Thursday's like the death angel for these turkeys out there.
It's so sad. You're making me depressed over here.
Yeah, dude. It's all the Pilgrim's fault. John Smith?
Yeah. I was listening to a history book today and they were talking about that.
John Smith. John Smith is the worst thing that's ever happened to turkeys. Yeah.
Okay. But thank you guys for being here. I cannot believe we're finally getting to share this with the world. It's so exciting. And I just can't believe this is the next phase of life. And we're so thankful. And we're just praying continually for protection over our baby. Anyways, you guys, should we bring our teddy bears back?
We got to say goodbye. Okay. Say goodbye.
Okay, comment if you think it's a girl or a boy.
Bye, guys.
Thank you guys so much. We love y'all. We're so excited for this next journey with you guys. We have a new happy and healthy baby. And see you guys next week for another episode of Happy and Healthy. But until then, stay happy and healthy. Bye.